So I went to Iceland, expecting beautiful landscapes, northern lights, and black sand beaches. What I did not expect was to be naked in a hot spring with strangers. But in Iceland, being naked is normal. It's natural, it's honest. And I was about to learn that hot water melts more than just your muscles. The first time I was invited to a local hot spring by my Airbnb host, Freya, a lively woman in her 50s. She said, "Oh, we don't wear swimsuits. We go Icelandic style." I laughed. She didn't. She meant it. Fast forward to a rocky valley under the stars. There's this natural spring. Steam is rising, and there are locals casually undressing. No shame, no overload, just trust. So I took a deep breath, and I joined them. That moment had something like me. It wasn't about the movie. It was about the presence, the realness. It was a whole culture saying, and that, my friends, is the spirit of Iceland. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Let's talk hot water. Iceland is basically floating on a volcano, and it's got the perks to prove it. Geothermal heat is used for everything from warming homes to generating electricity to baking bread underground. But most magically, it fuels the hundreds of hot pots or hot tubs scattered across the country. From blue lagoons to secret rivers, these steamy pools are the beating heart of Icelandic social life. Forget cafes or bars. If you want deep conversation in Iceland, you go soak. And yes, many do it nude. I visited a tiny village called Hveragjerfi, where the entire town takes part in a weekly naked hour at their local pool. It's not creepy. It's warm, welcoming, and oddly healing. One man told me, "Our bodies change, age, scar. But in the water, we're all just human." I felt that. And I started wondering why we are, in other countries, so afraid of our bodies. Why have we turned skin into shame? In Iceland, it's reversed. The body isn't sexualized here in public spaces. It's accepted, just part of life. The most magical place I've ever traveled is in Iceland. Here's the wild part. After a few weeks of exploring, I got invited to what locals called the Sisters Soak. It's an informal gathering of Icelandic women, artists, midwives, retirees who meet weekly at a secluded natural pool. And they invited me. Freya vouched for me. She said I had the right energy. I didn't ask what that meant. I just showed up with a towel and curiosity. When I got there, the group, around 10 women, ages 30 to 70, welcomed me with herbal tea, laughter, and zero awkwardness. We talked about life, love, kids, menopause, volcano dreams, and something else: freedom. "We bathe like this because we don't want to perform," one said. "We've spent enough of our lives sucking in our stomachs. Here, we exhale." I didn't film. I didn't even take notes. That would have broken the magic. But I walked away knowing I'd seen something most travelers never do: the true, unfiltered soul of a country. This is the warmest place I've ever been. Not in terms of weather. This place is freezing. It's an icy wasteland with volcanic deserts and freezing winds. But the people here are so incredibly kind. The openness of their bodies, the heat of the earth beneath your feet, the steam rising around you as you dance under the northern lights. It all adds up to a culture of trust. I remember the first time I joined a group at a fjordside hot spring. The dancing auroras reflected in the silver hair of the women bathing there. One of them was a grandmother who was humming an old Icelandic lullaby. She looked up at the green light above and said, "Our grandmothers bathed here. With no walls, no secrets. You Americans build fences. We melt them." And that's when I understood what Freya had said to me the first day I arrived in Iceland. She said, "In Iceland, we don't need to know you to welcome you. We just need you to be real." As I packed my bags and prepared to leave Reykjavik, I felt changed. Not because I saw glaciers or ate fermented shark or chased waterfalls, though all of that was awesome, but because I've been invited into a kind of emotional honesty I didn't know I was missing. It's not just about hot springs. It's about dropping the armor, whether it's clothes or shame or filters. And yes, there's something radical about a culture where you can meet someone naked before knowing their name. But there's also something freeing about it. Iceland reminded me that connection doesn't require perfection. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's an invitation. So here's my challenge to you. If you ever visit Iceland, don't just see the sights. Soak in the culture, listen to the stories, be seen. And maybe, just maybe, you'll leave lighter than you came. This is Alex, signing off. A little sunburned, a little softer, and a lot more human.